Hello everyone and welcome back to Roll Cougs Weekly. I'm Kendall Janosko.
I'm Aiden Voorhees.
And here's everything you might have missed last week in Chatham Athletics.
Last week, Chatham women's basketball played on Saturday, January 11th, taking the W against Geneva 78-44. Madison Nero finished with 13 points in the game. Alyssa Lacus had 13 points as well. Charjay Brock had 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 steals, and Kendall Haymore pulled down 7 rebounds for Chatham. Women's basketball is now 6-2 in the pack and 8-4 overall on the season.
On Friday, January 10th, the women's ice hockey team played against Adrian College and fell 8-0. At the end of the week, the women's ice hockey UCHC record is 0-4-0 with an overall record of 1-9-1, fourth in the UCHC.
Men's basketball took on Geneva as well on Saturday, January 11th, winning the game 69-53. Levinson Xavier and Dion Pinkett each had 18 points in that one. Pinkett added 2 steals to his tally, and Luca Robinson had 8 rebounds. Men's basketball is now 8-1 in the pack and 11-3 overall. They are first place in the conference.
On Friday, January 10th, the men's ice hockey team played their first game against Buffalo State and lost 4-3, with the Chatham goals coming from Nick Babby for his third of the season, assisted by Nick Cyprian and Tyler Samadral. Oscar Saranen for his second of the season, assisted by True Crow and Camden Smith, and Tyler Samadral for his fourth of the season, assisted by Evan Mitchell. Then on Saturday, January 11th, the men's ice hockey team played their second game against Buffalo State on their senior day, where they lost 5-3. The Chatham goals came from Evan Mitchell for his first of the season, assisted by Milan Cermak and Oscar Saranen. Dylan Young for his second of the season, assisted by Brendan Merriman and Zach Connor. And Nick Cyprian for his third of the season, assisted by Tyler Samadral and Zach Connor. The men's UCHC record at the end of the week is 2-5-1 with an overall record of 3-9-1, fifth in the UCHC.
Men's volleyball kicked off their season against Hiram in Huntington, Pennsylvania, dropping their first match 3-0. Benjamin Shelestak had 7 kills and 7 digs. Logan Pack had 4 kills and 2 blocks. Luke Houlihan had 7 digs, and RJ Nag dished out 16 assists in that one. Chatham then took on Juniata College at their place, falling 3-0 in that match as well. Logan Pack had 6 kills to lead Chatham in that one. Benjamin Shelestak came away with 5 kills. RJ Nag had 12 assists, and Alex Moncello had 2 digs. Men's volleyball is 0-2 on the season after their opening matches.
Coming up on Tuesday, January 14th, the women's ice hockey team will take on SUNY Cortland at 5 p.m. The head-to-head history between the two teams is 2-17-1, and their last match on February 11th of 2017 ended in a 4-2 Chatham win. The SUNY Cortland conference record right now is 5-2-0 with an overall record of 9-2-1.
Women's basketball kicks off their week at Teal College with a 5:30 p.m. tip-off on Monday, January 13th. Last season, the Cougars took the game 112-45. Teal's overall record is 0-13, and they are 0-8 in pack play.
Coming up on Friday, January 17th, the men's ice hockey team will play their first game against SUNY Brockport at 7 p.m. And then on Saturday, January 18th, their second game against SUNY Brockport at 4 p.m. The head-to-head history between the two teams is 1-2, and their last match on October 28 of 2023 ended in a 9-4 Chatham win. SUNY Brockport's UCHC record right now is 1-7-0 with an overall record of 2-8-2, sixth in the UCHC, one spot behind Chatham.
On Wednesday, January 15th, women's basketball will travel to St. Vincent for a 5:30 p.m. tip-off. All-time, Chatham is 7-29 against St. Vincent, and in their last game, they won 72-60 in November of 2024. St. Vincent is 7-2 in the conference and 8-6 overall. They're third place in the pack, one spot ahead of Chatham.
Coming up on Friday, January 17th, the women's ice hockey team will play their first game against Buffalo State at 7 p.m. And then on Saturday, January 18th, will play their second game, which is also the senior day for the team, against Buffalo State at 3 p.m. The head-to-head history between the two teams is 7-17-2, and their last match on November 4th of 2023 ended in a 4-1 Chatham win. Buffalo State's conference record right now is 1-8-1 with an overall record of 4-10-1.
Men's basketball will play in the second half of the doubleheader at St. Vincent on Wednesday. That one will start at 7:30 p.m. And in their last game, Chatham took it 92-73 in November of 2024. St. Vincent is 7-2 in the pack, good for third place, 2 spots behind the first place Cougars, and they are 11-3 overall.
Also on Saturday, January 18th, men's and women's indoor track and field will be at the Muskie Meet No. 1 in New Concord, Ohio.
On Saturday, Chatham will take on Westminster in women's basketball. That one will tip off at 1 p.m. Their last game was in February of 2024, with Chatham taking that one 71-61. Westminster is 2-7 in the pack and 2-12 overall. They are 9th place in the conference.
Then on Saturday, January 18th, the men's and women's swim teams will be at St. Vincent for a start time of 1 p.m.
Men's basketball will take on Westminster at 3 p.m. on Saturday. They are 11-9 head-to-head against the Titans, and their last match in February of 2024 was a 72-61 Chatham victory. Westminster is 0-8 in the conference and 3-10 overall. They are 11th place in the pack.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Kendall Janosko.
I'm Aiden Voorhees.
And we'll see you next week.